Hello and welcome to today's episode of Transformation Guide. This is a third episode, and I got a question in the last episode, so I would like to answer to that question and make this whole episode about how to love yourself. So this is a question. Hi, could you talk in a future video about self-love? I think it's the most important part of transformation, but also the hardest one. We don't include ourselves as we think we don't deserve it. It is always easier to give a love to the others and have only hate, unworth, and punishment for ourselves. I've always thought that I didn't need to love myself in order to give love around me. I was able to. The less love I had for myself, the more I could give away. That's what I thought, and I still believe it, but in a different way. But since I've started to include myself and allow me to receive it by tiny steps, I'm feeling the change. 7 months ago, I couldn't say one positive word about myself, couldn't even think of one. Now I appreciate myself more. Just recently, I looked into the mirror and said, "I love you, Eve," and I saw a spark and lights around me that I will never get without self-love. That affects you. Thanks. How to love yourself is a very important topic in our lives. Lots of people think that they love each other, love themselves, but it's then you see what they are doing, you see their decisions, you see their lives, and you just think to yourself, no, they really don't love each other themselves, because when you love yourself, you are doing everything for you, and you are doing everyday decisions, everyday choices in order to live a better life. And those people are doing lots of things to punish themselves or make their lives even worse, and that's not really self-love. And one of the basic things in this self-loving thing is that a lot of people think that if they love themselves, that the other people might see them as cocky. I don't know how to say it in English, in a better word. So stiff, lofty, peacock like, showy. Yeah. So they you love yourself. That means that you are a I really wanted to find this this word, but I forgot. So yeah, there's a better word. They big-headed. Yeah. So when you love yourself and you say that to other people, you're just like, I really loving myself. I think I'm a great person, and I think I'm a genuinely a great character. Others like, yeah, he's a big-headed, and I don't want to be friends with him because he only thinks about himself. He only thinks about his own gain. But self-love, oh yes, and selfish. Yeah, thank you. So big-headed, selfish, proud as a peacock. Yeah, cocky. So people like they don't really want to show that they love each other themselves, Okay, we are gonna talk about loving each other too. So they but when somebody is really big-headed or selfish or proud as a peacock, it means that they hate each other, and they, in a psychological term, when you have something in a low state, you are trying to you are just giving their opposite high level of that emotions or thoughts, so they can balance each other out. So when someone is big-headed, or like we say, this selfish and big-headed, it's because they hate each other. They hate themselves, and they need to balance that hate with too much love, so it could get together closely. And so if you see someone who's taking a lot of pictures on Facebook, you see their profile, and they have selfie, and every day they just take pictures every day of themselves. It's not because they are big-headed. It's because they don't like themselves in any of these pictures. So they just make a selfie and say, okay, then upload it to Facebook. And after a few minutes, hours, or maybe days, they're just looking at it and say, no, it's not a great picture. It's not a good picture. I'm ugly, and I'm not beautiful in this picture. I'm not satisfied with the picture. So I'm going to take another selfie. So if you see someone who has 10, 15, 20, 50 selfies in a few weeks or months, it's because they are not satisfied with any of those pictures. So they need to take more and more and more, and they are never satisfied, because they hate each other themselves. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. They hate it each other. Well, this is going to be a big problem. And if we when we talk about love, love is oftenly mistaken by addiction. When or dependence, relations, addiction, subjection, reliance. When there's a pair, and a guy wants to go somewhere, and the girl is just sitting out, oh, I'm gonna be here alone, I'm gonna miss you. It's not really love. It's just they're addicted to each other. They in a relationship, you need to give yourselves a space, freedom, and you want to go out, hang out with your friends. Okay, go. I'm gonna be home, and I'm gonna do my own stuff. But people are often bored, and they just go to a kitchen and says, well, what are you gonna do today to satisfy me or make me happy, or I'm bored, and you are the one who needs to give me something to not be bored. And those people can't stand alone time, or be home alone. So they just, oh, don't go, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be so sad, or I'm gonna be worried that you're gonna get some accident or something like that. So it's not love, it's just addiction, or addiction to each other. If you had a relationship where you can stand a single day, or maybe 2 days or week, without the other person, you are addicted to it. So when guy or girl just said, I need to go to my parents for a week, and you are just like, oh, what I'm gonna do? Oh, it's gonna be so sad. And you're sitting at home and said, yeah, it's Friday, tomorrow is Saturday, and you're just sitting and I'm gonna be so happy when she comes home. you are addicted to that person, and that's not really a love. So when two people are trying to when there's love between two people, there's gonna be all the things that um, make sense in a relationship. There's gonna be love, or some physical affection. There needs to be a freedom, like I said. Just when you want to go out and hang out with somebody, you can do it. It's your right, and you're not a prisoner in your relationship. And uh, people who can't love themselves, they need someone to love them, to give them the love, because they cannot give love to themselves. So I hate myself. I don't like myself. I think I'm ugly. I'm a bad person. I'm not handy, and I'm just an idiot. So I need a girl, or girl needs a boy who's gonna give her the love, because we cannot give a love to ourselves, and that's wrong, because we are gonna be addicted to that person giving us love. And yes, and it is an emotional blackmailing. Yeah, that's really terrible stuff. And the question was, and I wanted to start with that, but it was in that question. But I'm 28 years old, yeah, and it took me 24 years of my life uh, since I was able to go in front of a mirror and says, yeah, I love myself. And I remember when I was with my current wife, best wife in the world, uh, that we were on a second date, and she was like, I want you to say something if you are able to say it. And I was like, you can say everything, it's just like words. So why would I be not able to say it? And she said, just say out loud, I deserve love, you know? And I was sitting there, and it took me around 15 minutes. Then I was able to say, I deserve love. And then I did some therapies and spiritual things. And I stood in front of a mirror in my apartment, and I was just like, I love myself. And then it, it those were the words I never ever said to myself or out loud. It was just something like that. And if you're not able to say something out loud, so that you cannot say it to yourself, so people are just like, yeah, I think I'm self-conscious, and I really I'm really I'm liking myself. And you just go there and tell them, okay, so say out loud, I deserve love. I'm a great person. I love myself. uh I deserve all happiness in the world. And even if they say it, you see that they have some problems with that. It's like you don't even want to say those words because you don't believe in them. Deep inside of you, you don't believe in those words. So that's why you have a problem with saying it out loud. So you need someone who's going to be saying it to you. So you are in a relationship, and you can do those things that uh, oftenly happens in a relationship. Do you love me? Do you really love me? Okay, do you love me? And you didn't tell me today that you love me, so I don't think you love me anymore. And it's those people are like addicts who wants to hear the word love. I love you. It's a lot. It's often in movies that it's a big deal to say I love you. And I was always watching that, and I was like, what? Why is it so hard? So they are together for few months. They are sleeping with each other. They are living in the same flat. They just move in together, and then he says, like, in some situation, he says, "I love you," and she's like, "Wow, he told me. Should I told him back?" And for people, it's very important to say I love you, and it sometimes it took even a weeks or months that those people, these people, they are uh if the word has some price and they need to pay the price, they're just saving money, and just when I say I love you, you know it's gonna take some money from me. They're acting like it's something you don't have. It's something you have a little of, that you have some limited supplies of I love yous. But love is the important thing in the universe. The love is just every good thing out there on a global scale is motivated by love, and love is very, very important. And when people mistake love for addiction, there's gonna be some problems. So uh, and we need to go to a how to love yourself. That's very important. Why in English? Because this is a videos for English speaking people all around the world. If we are from Czech Republic, and if some Czechs who are living abroad or all around the world, they can just said to their friends, just, you want to watch what I'm watching, you want to know that what is that project I really like. So there are some videos in English, and this is only the beginning. We are gonna have hosts and shows, but this is just a small start, beginning of this English maybe a new channel, English, symptoms of transformation. So how do you love yourself? How to love yourself? The first thing, like I said, you need to get this manipulation out of your head that loving yourself is bad thing, that you're gonna be selfish and big-headed. That's not true, because when you love each other and you feel the same love to people around you, then you don't want to hurt anyone, and you're not acting like a selfish, big-headed person. Um, you're just happy, and when people are happy, they don't have a tendencies to hurt other people, and that's what's really important. Because when you hate each other, hate yourself, or hating each other, yeah, then it's really easier for you to hurt other people. Because when you hate yourself, that hate is gonna be projected to other people, and you're not able to be a good caring person, because you're gonna be hateful. You're gonna be hateful. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna be, you're gonna feel injustice, and you're gonna sit home and just be bitter. Yeah, uh, that's that's not really the best way how to heal the world. You cannot heal the world from position of hateful person. And love is really the mechanism that can heal people around us. So the first thing is to, don't believe that if you love yourself, you're gonna be, like we said, selfish and big-headed, because it's not true. It's just not true. Those are only the words of people who really don't know this state of mind. People who are mostly hateful see someone who's, happy, and they're just thinking there's something wrong with him, because in today's society we are not used to be happy, you know and when I was working, when I was uh, you know going to a factory, i was just I was angry. I was, I hated myself, I hated the world around me, and then I awoke, like we talked about that in the last episode, and I started to walk through the hall, and I was smiling, and I saw those people in working those machines, and just, you know, son of a bitch, he's smiling. And then we go for a, smoke break, and some people ask me, "What happened to you today?" And I was just looking myself and said, I don't have any injuries. I have all my hands and arms, legs, and I said, "What? Why would you think something happened to me?" And they were like, "You're smiling. Did you won a lottery or just had sex in the morning?" And I said, "No, I'm just happy." And they were like, "Okay." And they, I saw them, taking a few steps from me, and that was those people, they couldn't understand why I had a reason to smile. And it wasn't like I was going to people and, like, "Yeah, it's great." Well, I was just smiling. I was walking. I didn't talk to them. They were meters from me, and I was always I was only smiling, and they really hated that. Yeah. And then sometimes it happens that they went to a something like boss, and they were like complaining that I'm not working properly, that I'm because they thought that I'm smiling at them, just like laughing to them that they are working and I'm just walking, and I was doing a lot of things like taking care of some logistic stuff. And so they were like, "He's not working, he's lazy, and he doesn't do his work properly." And it was only because I was smiling. So that, when you think about that, that's exactly how society is, and that's the thing that needs to be changed. Those things need to be changed by people understanding that from loving each other, loving yourself and loving each other, there's only a positive gain. There's nothing bad that's gonna happen to you when you're gonna smile. Of course, I said that I was smiling, and those people were just like angry at me, but that's their problem. That's really not your problem. So you can smile however you want, and smile or happy mood, it's really contagious. So when someone is just like frowns, and and uh, well, it, it it doesn't matter, nothing makes sense anymore. So when you don't need to you don't you I don't really recommend to be too much happy, because when someone is sad, he's sad for some reason, and you don't need to aggressively be like, "Yeah, everything's great," and shaking with him, and, "Yeah, I'll go, okay, everything is happy and love." So but when he's sad and you're just trying to be a charming, you're trying to be well, I don't know if empathic, yeah, empathetic, yeah. Empathic or empathetic? Okay, so if you go to those to that person and you just try to be a friend, you just try to listen to them and offering them a solution from your happy point of view, you can really help them. Okay, so w- when you try to be happy, when you no try, you just say, when you try to be happy, it's not about trying, it's about really being happy. But trying to be happy is always a better thing that than be just sad and hating yourself. And that, so like I said, the first thing is to forget or try not to think about the fact that people are saying to you, you love yourself, you are cocky, you are selfish, and you are big-headed. That's not true. You just love yourself. That's all it is. And the, all they and the fact that they cannot love themselves and they cannot be happy, it's not your problem, because it's their problem. They just see the world in a black mist, and they are just looking at the world, and you those other people that you are just, hello, it's a really beautiful day today. It's really beautiful morning. The birds are singing, and that air, and they just say, well, uh, what's so nice about this day when the government is bullshit? And you're just staying there. Okay, you want to see it like that? That's just your problem, or that is your choice. I once I saw a picture, and there was this bus, and it was a cartoon, and there was this bus, and there was just one person and looking outside the window, and he was just like dark and gloomy, and he was frowning. And on the other side of the bus, there was a same person just looking out there, and be happy. And the and there was a text, it's all about your choice. And that's true. It's really always about your choice. You can really choose to be happy, or you can choose to be sad. And it all depends on what are you doing, what are you saying, the people you are hanging out with, the information you are receiving from television or some newspapers, or the decisions you're making every day. Those are the things that are responsible for how you feel. And if you choose step out of that uh, you know role of sad person, you can really do that. But when you're sad and you're going to a website with news, and you're just reading like, oh, bus and crashed and 15 people dies, well, yeah, there's a war in Middle East, okay, yeah, you are choosing to feel sad because you are doing those things that are making you sad. I maybe I said it. I said it in the last episode. I was just Google or YouTube. Go to YouTube and find real life heroes. A few days ago, I was watching a YouTube video, best emotional moments in sports history. And you're just watching 20 or 30 minutes of people helping each other. There's just guy running, and he collapsed at the end, and the second one behind him, he just picks him up and walk him to a finish line. And those are things you need to be watching, not the videos of people are killing each other, or movies that just like they killed my wife. Okay, so I'm gonna kill 70 people, and at the end, I'm gonna, just walk to a sunset and everything is great. I just killed 60 people. Who cares? Because they killed my wife. And well, I'm saying that I sometimes I like those movies, but how you want to be happy when you're watching everything that's sad? You're watching news and you're watching some videos where people hurt each other, or those videos like fails. In nowadays, the one of the most watched YouTube videos are pranks and fails, and unboxing toys and all this. But people are watching others' misery and they're happy for it. I remember one time, like when I was at work and I was working, and my colleague who was okay. I need to find the word. I have really malicious, mischievous, yeah, mischievous, spiteful, malicious. He was really malicious, and he was like calling Andrew, come here, and I was just like, wow, something's wrong. Some machine is broken. So I went there, and he was watching a video, and he was like, look, and he was laughing his ass off. And I look at the video, and there was a guy who was pushing the car, and there are those holes under the cars in a car repair shop, and he was pushing it, and then he fell into the hole, and he hurt himself, and he was like, oh my god, that's so funny. And I was standing there like, I don't really think it's funny. He might hurt. He was hurt. He could maybe died, I don't know. And he was like, oh yeah, that's so funny. So this is what I never understand now, or before in the past. I never understand it, this enjoying the pain of other people. And that's something that not that's something that doesn't come from love, because love is about caring. Love is about taking caring of each other, or helping each other. Just, you have a problem, come on, I'm gonna help you. That's about love. And when you have that love for other people, you need to have love for yourself, because there are a lot of people who have love for each other, for the others, and they are not able to love themselves. So yeah, you other people use you. They are treating you like a, well, we are saying, like a rag. They are using you, and they take your money, and they are using you energetically. They are just draining your energy, and you're just like happy about it. Yeah, because I want to be a good person. But being a good person doesn't mean that other people are going to use you. That's not a good person. You just feeding your self-punishment. It's a, we say it here, and I don't know. No, there's no word for that. Okay, so self-punishment, chastisement, punishment, sentencing. Okay, so I'm gonna say self-punishment. So you're trying to self-punish yourself because you did something in a past life, and you wanna be you wanna be a better person, and being better person means that other people will use you and take advantage of you, and that's not really being a good person, because I'm always saying that well, I need to just Okay, I'm gonna make it simpler so I can translate it. I'm always saying you need to help yourself without hurting other people, and you need to help other people without hurting yourself, and that's the perfect state, or perfect, uh, that's the balance. You're helping other people, you're helping yourself, but no one's get hurt. When there's some entrepreneur, or some oil rich guy, he he's helping the world maybe on some level, but he's you know I don't mean this example like literally, but he's you know destroying the earth. He's paying some low life daily workers some money, and he makes millions or billions or trillions, and that it's he's helping himself because he's got lots of money. He has a big house and 25 cars, so he's helping himself, but he's destroying a planet and people around him. And then there are some people who are doing charity work. Uh, well, we here, for you people around the world, we here in Czech Republic, we don't like those charity companies. What is it? Non-profit making organization, because there are some non-profit making organizations that are doing good jobs, and there are lots of non-profit organization that they are doing a really bad job. So we don't really like it. But when there's someone who's going, i i I know few people that they are going to do charity work, helping homeless people, and they don't have any place to live. They have, but it's absolutely terrible. They don't have money, they don't have a lot of food, and they are doing everything to help other people. And that's the second extreme I was telling about, that when you helping each other or other people, but you're not helping yourself. So for me, that's the one of the main things in the terms of how to love yourself. And that's just, people around me are important, that's true, but I'm also important. For us, we should be on a first place always. But like I said, if we you know uh, if we are able to be on a first place, but uh, don't exploit people around us. You can you can love yourself. You can create some project. You can make money from something that's helping people. When you do a some kind of meditation, or you are creating some books about spiritual things, or around about anything, and you're making money out of it, that's not a bad thing. And the main thing to understand is that you're not forcing anyone to buy your products. When you look at the car industry, they are making us buy those things because there's nothing else. There's when someone creates an engine with sustainable sources, those people oftenly disappears, or they just say it's bullshit, and it's not important. So they are forcing you to buy oil and gasoline and car parts. They are forcing you because there's no alternative. But sorry, I need to take a sip. If we We have our project, Symptoms of Transformation, and we have a lot of viewers. And we are just saying, like, if you want, you can send us some money, like a donation. And someone is saying, like, you are, stealing from people, or you are worse than Hitler. And we we make a thousands of videos. We broadcast live streaming every day, every single day, for a few years, and it's all for free. It's all for free. It's only your choice. It's your uh, it's your uh, we all have a free uh, choice to uh, making some decisions. And when someone chose to send us some money, that's not stealing. When you have some projects where there's like pay and then you're gonna get something, it's like uh, it's a trade. But you get some product and you're gonna pay for those people skills, time, that they transport it from one country to another, and that's fine. But when you have like, pay us a few hundred crowns and then you can watch our video, that can be, that I understand that this kind of decisions might be seen from people like you are stealing from them. But when we have everything on our YouTube for free, and I'm personally, I think personally that a 90% of people who are watching our show never send us anything, so they are watching it for free. So why are we stealers? And it's all coming from hate, envy, jealous. You are successful, I'm not, so I'm gonna try to destroy everything you have. And that's a really serious problem here in Czech Republic. So love is about, wishing happiness to other people, because when you are happy, you wish other people would be happy too, or could be happy too, or you're just wishing happiness to other people. And when you're full of hate, you wish other people bad stuff. You wish them bad luck. You are successful, well, it's gonna fall apart soon enough. And I'm gonna wait on when you're gonna bankrupt. And you're just filled with this black disgusting, like a tar. I see it like like an asphalt, like a tar that's in you, and you're just like sticky and and then some people are happy and they're just like, great, you are successful. It's great because you worked hard. You make a product that a lot of people like. You help a lot of people. So great, yeah. I'm supporting you. Do you see those different, vibrations, or how you can see someone who's just saying, yeah, he's a successful, but he stole from a lot of people, and he just, he's using that people are unaware of those things, and he's gonna end bad. He's gonna be like, he's gonna go to jail. And other people were like, yeah, he's successful. He makes money from something, and he can now employ thousands of people, and he can give them jobs. It's that matters, like how their wage or their salary. But so loving yourself, you can start, or you can, you cannot start loving yourself too soon. It's not that easy, but you can start the journey to loving yourself by understanding, why don't you love yourself? Why do you hate yourself? um, a lot of people has it from their parents. you know, their parents were just like angry at them, or they were just like, you know, you are not handy, you are not capable, you have no, you have no meaning, you have no value, you just, you know, you are stupid, and I'm better than you. Lots of parents needs to, you know, compare themselves to a kids and try to be a better person, or because I'm older and I've got more experience, I've got more you know, life experiences. So most of the time, hate from for to ourselves, if we hate ourselves, just try to remember what was your childhood like, or what was your parents relationships to you that uh made you maybe, you know, don't like yourself, like you know, every time you try to do something good, or you're trying to be a better and happy person, there's this little voice in the back of your head saying like, you cannot do it, you're not capable to do it, because you are nothing, you are just like you are so uh okay, meaningless, or so many, so pointless. Wow, there's a lot of words. Worthless, yeah, useless. So those might be the words you are hearing in the back of your head, and there's a, you need to understand that. Okay, we have a, here we have something we can say like for agreement. I can I can say it like that. It's from Don Miguel Ruiz from South America, and there's a. It's like when you make four agreements with you, you can really, your life could be really better. And when you look at those four agreements, the first agreement, if you know, sign the contract with yourself, uh, okay, I'm gonna uh, I'm gonna don't offend with words. Okay, that's a first agreement. Don't offend with a words. So you, the first agreement you can, you know, sign with yourself is like, don't say bad things about person, about other people, or about yourself. And that's the first thing, that you just you are, though there are people who really just like, you know, I can say anything bad about him, I'm gonna be a good person, and I'm not gonna you know, offend those people, and they're constantly saying like, oh, I'm so stupid, oh, I just did that wrong, oh, I'm that, oh, I'm something. And when something doesn't happen as they want, they're just like, I'm so clumsy, I'm so stupid, I'm such a, and you know, some curse words. So don't offend others or yourself with with a words. That's the first agreement. Second agreement is don't take anything personally. So when you I'm always saying, when you go to a restaurant and you're just saying, excuse me, where's the bathroom, please? And the waiter or waitress is start yelling at you, you know, like, this it's there, you don't see it, are you stupid or what? You got a sign and the toilet is there, and you're just going there and said like, wow, she was so angry with me, I did something bad, she really hate me, and you're just, you know, you're shy, and you're, you know, and just going to the bathroom, and then you're gonna sneak out from the back so you don't see her. Don't take it personally, because maybe you were 1,000 person in that day who asked her where's the bathroom, and she was like answering like, yeah, there's the bathroom, there's the bathroom. And then her cup filled, and she got angry, and she just, she was angry at you. But it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has anything to do with the thousands of people before you who asked her this, now for her a stupid question. So don't take it personally, because it doesn't get you anywhere. When you're gonna saying like, it's all my fault, that I'm a bad person, and he got angry because I made him angry, you're gonna be in a role of a guilty person, or a victim. You're gonna be just like, yeah, I'm always doing everything bad, and um, wherever I come, I just, make a bad impression. And that's not true. That's really not true. And you got a choice to not doing that. So don't take anything personally. Third agreement is don't make any assumptions. So don't, though, when something happen, people tend to create, thoughts, or opinions, or something that's not even a truth. So when you want to go out with your friend, you're just texting him like, hey, do you want to go for a beer? And you're always used to go for a beer, and he just texts, no, I cannot, sorry. And you're just sitting there and saying like, wow, he doesn't love me, he doesn't like me anymore, or maybe his girlfriend forbid him that. Wow, what does she think? She thinks that she's gonna, forbid him to ever seeing me. We are friends, and she's trying to, get between us and destroy our friendship. And you are making assumptions. That's where you making assumptions, and you are acting on those assumptions. So maybe after a few days, you're gonna see his girlfriend somewhere on the square, and you're just gonna run to her and, you're a bitch. You are trying to go between me and you are hurting someone, or you are doing decisions based on something that's not even true. That's all in your head, and those things are assumptions, and you better not act on those assumptions, which are mostly incorrect. So that's a third agreement. Don't make any assumptions, and always do everything as the best you can. Well, I guess is the best. Is the best. The translation. Always do everything the best way you are able to. Maybe that's a better translation. Okay, so when you do something, I don't know, maybe you're making some product, you are working with a seesaw, and you make a product, and you just show it to your father, who has a lot of more experience. He's maybe more handy, and he's just like, wow, that's so ugly, and he's throw it on the floor and walks away. You've got two choices. The main thing is to think to yourself, did I did everything that I'm capable of? Did I really try the hardest in my life? Yes. So if he doesn't like it, it's his opinion, it's his problem, and I did everything I could do. So my conscience is clear. But when he says it's ugly, and you're just taking it as like, yeah, I really did. I was lazy to do that, and I was just thinking about, I want to go watch television, so I wanted to create it faster, and I was just looking at the phone when I was doing it. You didn't do everything you could, so maybe it's really bad, and you can try to go and try it and try to make it better next time. But when you are really sure, when you are really honestly thinking that you did everything you could, then anyone's opinion are their opinion, because they are judging your skills with their skills, and that's cannot be ever judged, because we all have a different capabilities, or we have different ages. When someone is doing when someone is playing a guitar for 20, 30 years, and you're playing for 1 year, of course he might be better. That's just normal thing. But he don't have a right to judge your skills for playing a guitar, because you are younger and you're not practicing as well. And so every time you just honestly just think about, like, I did everything I could. Maybe I could get better, but I was just giving it 100%. So that's great, because you did everything you could. So those are the 4 agreement. It's a really big thing here in Czech Republic, and I guess you maybe know it too around the world. It was written by Don Miguel Angela Ruiz. So first agreement: don't offend with a word. Second agreement: don't take anything personally. Third agreement: don't make any assumptions. And fourth agreement: always do everything the best way you can. Yeah. Sometimes I catch myself saying bad things out loud about myself in front of the others for their attention and their love, but I'm happy I can see that now, so I can change it and give love to myself. Great. Bad things about myself for their attention and their love. Okay, so I was doing that too before, and those are the people who are making fun of themselves just to be cool, and that's not really making fun of yourself. But it's great thing if you can make fun of yourself, but then it's gonna from sometimes to times it's starting to feel like you are really offending yourself, and you're just hating yourself, and you just I'm such an idiot, ha ha ha. So that's just you are. I'm sorry. I have a new mouse for my computer, and sometimes I just press the back button. Okay, so you are offending. Yeah, it's an insult. Yeah, insult. You're insulting yourself, and that's not making. Okay, so saying bad things out loud about myself to others for their attention and their love. Okay, so it can be like you are saying bad things, so the people said like, no, it's not true, you are great. Okay, I had a friend on elementary school, and he didn't like himself, but he was sitting in a corner and just like being sad. And we just came there and said, well, is anything wrong? No, 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 nothing's wrong. So we were like, okay. And we turned on we made a first step, and he was like, wait guys, I'm stupid, and we were just like, no, you're not, and you're a great guy, and you are smart. And he was, and after a few years I just found out that he was saying that so he would heard good things about himself. But it was from the point of person who hate himself, and he wanted that love from other. But if you want love from other people, you need to start to love yourself. You need to start to give love to yourself, because it's well, I don't know any example for that, but when if you don't love each other, well, that's really a problem. If you don't love yourself, you can't love other people. You're not able to love other people. You don't have love in yourself. So always the start is love yourself, and then you can give love to other people. And the love is really love unconditionally, like they say, unconditional love. Because I had some people in my family, and they were just like giving me stuff and helping me, and they were always like, I love you, it's from my heart. But the first time I tried to disagree with them or do something on my own, and I was just like telling them, you're not right, you are wrong. And they were like, I always helped you, I was giving you money, and I helped you when you had this problem. So if you do something and you want to help other people and you want to love other people, you need to do it without any conditions. So just like, I helped you, so now I'm gonna beat it over your head for a few years, and every time you're gonna defile me, no no defile sorry for those words. Oppose me, yeah. Every time you're gonna oppose me, I'm gonna use this as as an ammo to uh, get you back to your place. You're gonna be my slave for the rest of my life because I helped you a few times. So that's not unconditional love. This topic is really big. I want to make this episodes for 1 hour only, because talking in foreign language for an hour is enough. So I'm gonna make another episode soon. So I maybe continue with this topic, because this topic is very, very important for all people around the world. But if you want to ask me something, just ask it. You can ask it in Czech, you can ask it in English, and I'm gonna answer to you in another episode of A Transformation Guy. So thank you very much. And if you want to, I have 2 episodes from past, so you can watch some other episodes. And this is just a beginning of something great. And it's a great time for me to talk myself. And like I said in the first episode, I have problem with speaking in English, and I'm nervous, and I forget words. And so this is, for me, it's the best exercise to get better in English. So if you want, ask me anything you want. Thank you for a few comments here. Thank you for around 5 people who was watching. Thank you very much. And you can recommend it to your friends in your country, if you want to show them what's your hobbies, and that what is it you are caring about when you are doing a transformation or working on yourself. So thank you very much, and I'm gonna see you in the next episode, that I don't know how it's gonna be called, but it's gonna be called by your questions. So okay, thank you very much, and see you in the next time.